1 out of 6 students at VHS have felt pressured into doing something they weren't ready for.
10% of VHS students surveyed stated that consent was not an important part of a relationship.
10% of students at VHS don't know that saying yes is the clearest way of giving consent.
Nearly 60% of students at VHS do not know the correct age of consent in Washington State.
30% of students at VHS think a person under the influence of drugs or alcohol can give consent.
23% of students at VHS said they don't know if they've been pressured in a sexual way.
Did you know that consent is a mutual verbal, physical, and emotional agreement that happens without threats or manipulation?
Did you know that just because you said yes to one thing doesn't mean you've consented to anything else?
Did you know the age of consent in Washington State is 16?
Did you know that a person cannot legally give consent under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
Only yes means yes.
Just because you dressed a certain way.
Just because you didn't say anything.
Just because we went on a date.
Just because you've done it before.
Just because you got wasted?
Doesn't mean yes. Only yes means yes. What can consent sound like?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sure.
I want to do this.
What can non-consent sound like?
No.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm scared.
What can physical consent look like?
Direct eye contact. Pulling closer.
Nodding yes.
Initiating physical contact.
What can physical non-consent look like?
Making an excuse.
Avoiding physical contact.
Pushing someone away.
If you are made to feel guilty,
Selfish for not giving in.
All of the pressure is put on you.
You are the one who is causing all the trouble.
You wanted to do this last time, so what's the problem? I know you want to.
I thought you loved me, but I guess you don't.
look, if you don't want to do it, I'll find someone else who will.
Hey, I took you to prom. Now you owe me.
Look, everybody's gonna think we did it anyway, so we might as well do it for real.
That's what coercion feels like.
Try to get to a place where you feel safe.
Reach out for support.
Call someone you trust, like a friend or family member.
You are not alone. There are people who can help.
Most important, know that sexual assault is not your fault.